News. In our top story tonight, well, the courts will have to decide on the dispute between the Barbados Industrial Development Corporation and the National Union of Public Workers over the retirement of BIDC officers. This was revealed by BIDC Chairman Benson Straker. He says the application was made to the court today for adjudication in the matter.
We are also seeking to have an application for urgency to be treated with respect to this matter, since we view it of national import. Well, I know there has been a lot of misgivings in terms of interpretation about how many persons have the corporation has retired, and the corporation has retired 10 persons, and we stand by that with all the communication which we'll be making publicly and also through the press release which we made 2 weeks ago.
Well, this is the latest development following a marathon meeting chaired by Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayer last night to discuss that impasse over retiring some of the workers at age 60. After the 6-hour-long meeting with the Labour Department, NUPW and BIDC officials, Dr. Bayer told reporters there was no resolution. She said the issue to be addressed is whether the BIDC breached the Statutory Board's Pensions Act, which they relied upon in order to retire the employees.
The board did use that particular provision and retire some persons from the BIDC. And the union has argued that that law, that they have had no right to do it. They've suggested that that law was meant to have been repealed. They've suggested that it wasn't meant to be used for that purpose, and a number of interpretations have been given to that. So that at the crux of this matter is the interpretation of law.
And the Labour Minister contends that there have been serious breaches of industrial relations protocols on both sides. She says such breaches will not be tolerated in the future.
When we sit at the table, we will do each other the respect. We will come in good faith that says industrial action is off until. We cannot, as one partner, be calling on other partners to respect the system, respect the voluntaristic system, respect the customs and practice, and then you don't respect the custom and practice. Or it has to work both ways.
In the meantime, the NUPW is ready to launch Phase 3 of its industrial action. Acting General Secretary Roslyn Smith, while accepting that the matter must be taken to court, says unless the retired workers are reinstated, industrial action will continue. She insists there will be absolutely no compromise from the union.
The BIDC did make an offer which we found to be unacceptable. It was just that they would extend the pay of the workers until December 31st. We are saying that these workers should be reinstated. We have not been able to reach any agreement, and therefore we are stating that we will move now to Phase 3, and we will know by tomorrow exactly where this action will take.
And following the announcement that the NUPW-BIDC matter is likely to go before the law courts of Barbados, the Unity Workers Union says it does not see that move as a good one. Its General Secretary, Caswell Franklin, says it could languish in court for some time. In the meanwhile, Mr. Franklin says sick-out action by workers at the psychiatric hospital is in no way connected to the ongoing industrial action by the NUPW in its dispute with the BIDC. Mr. Franklin says the action is separate and distinct. The Unity Workers Union is one of several unions to publicly back the NUPW in its current protest action against the BIDC. Mr. Franklin says the UWU is willing to give its support to the NUPW should the need arise.
If they ask me for support, and I don't even think they have to ask me for support, this is a situation where you have to do the right thing. You know, you just can't decide not to do the right thing. And the right thing, now, they don't have to ask for support. People should be begging support. People should be offering support, because it can happen to you tomorrow.
Well, some 14 workers at a building at the Harbour Industrial Estate had to seek emergency medical attention and the unit evacuated following a suspected gas leak today. Emergency crews, including police, fire and ambulance services, were quick to respond to the call at building number 6 at 4 minutes to 10 this morning. Of the 14 workers, 13 were female and 1 male. 9 were treated at the scene and the other 5 transported to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Investigations are continuing to find the source of that odor. In other news, the Employment Rights Tribunal will be delivering its first decision at 11 a.m. next Monday, July 13th, at the office of the Chief Labour Officer in Warren, St. Michael. That's according to Chairman of the Tribunal, Hal Gollop. He made the revelation during CBC's radio call-in program Talk Your Talk. The decision is in relation to a case brought before the tribunal by Joel Leacock against accounting firm KPMG. The case brought by Mr. Leacock began on May 20th of this year. The tribunal was reconstituted in February this year following the resignation of a number of its members of the original team late last year. Well, coming up, we'll hear from some of the semi-finalists in this year's Pickety Crop competition.
Don't miss any of the action in the Hero Caribbean Premier League here on CBC TV8.
It's how we play.
The CPL T20 is brought to you by Wabisco Limited, the Barbados Lottery, Sandals Barbados, Good Time Snacks, SMJ Beverages, agents for Turbo Energy Drink, Direct TV, Flavorite Ice Cream, and Beacon Insurance.
Some of the dancers of the Praise Academy as they appeared on festival stage, and there's more coming up on Monday. Mac Fingal, the wise man from the East, the Calypso Monarch of the Parkinson Memorial Secondary School, Amber, she's going to be here with us. Yes, the Walk Holy Kadooment Band, and dancer percussionist Danny Hines. We've got a date, 11 o'clock Monday morning right here on CBC TV8.
Athletes, they had to market the Jordans, the Worlds, the Rolex. This town was driven by family. Into this modern day life, I scaling fish. I didn't want my son to scale and go on the fish. I got ramshot. I didn't want my son to ramshot. You got a degree. Maybe you should run it by me, but you got a degree.
Spikestown, a forgotten treasure, repeated on CBC TV8 and on the World Wide Web .cbc.bb, Tuesday at 8:05 p.m. Spikestown, a forgotten treasure.
Music crop over now, and the Big Show has taken the lion's share of the 18 semi-final positions in this year's Pickety Crop competition. 6 of the Calypsonians come from that tent, while 4 are from headliners, 3 each from House of Soca and the Experience tent, and 2 from Cave Shepherd All Stars. The names were announced early this morning by the NCF's corporate communications specialist, Simone Codrington. They are Donella, Hee Haw, Adonijah, Biggie Irie, Classic, Gabby, Mikey, Mr. Dale, Adrian Clark, Crystal Cummins Beckles, Colin Spencer, Mr. Blood, Dre, Sammy G, Sir Rule, Billboard, Doc, and Enobong. The reserve is Nika. Many of the semi-finalists told CBC they are happy, and some of them shared their plans.
I'm feeling happy, really, really happy. I had a really good night on judging night, you know, so I didn't doubt for a minute that I wouldn't have gotten in.
A couple of changes I'll be doing, you know. So right now I'm actually being in contact with my arrangers so that I can bring something new to the music.
This is going to make now 10 years in a row that I've made the semifinals for the Pickety crop, and I'm hoping that, you know, I can pull it off as well once that night comes to get through to the finals of the competition.
I feel great making the semifinals for Pickety crop again. My second time entering and my second time making the semifinals, so that's quite an achievement for me. I'm very, very excited. The songs are being received very well in tent, so I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Well, Imani will be the first to face the judges on July 26 at Bushy Park in the Sweet Soca competition. She'll be followed by Hyper Sounds, TC, Biggie Irie, Mr. Dale, Edwin, Mr. Blood, RPB, and Ian Webster. The order of appearance for the Party Monarch competition is AC, Gorg, iWeb, Hyper Sounds, King Bubba FM, Mr. Blood, Mikey, Peter Ram, and Lil Rick. The finalists drew their positions today here at CBC during the festival stage program and then later signed their contracts. The winner of the Sweet Soca competition will receive a Kia Cerato sedan, while the Party Monarch winner will get a Kia Cerato hatchback vehicle. Many of the finalists say they're happy with the numbers that they have pulled.
I pulled 7 for the Sweet Soca and I pulled 6 for Party Monarch. I really actually did want either somewhere around that region. 5 or 6 are usually the numbers that I like to have. And when I pulled 7 for the Sweet Soca, you know, I just said, well, yeah, this has to be lucky number 7.
I didn't want to come too late down the order, and I didn't want to come too early. But number 4 is good because there are 9 contestants, so that's right smack in the middle. I'm happy for that number.
Well, I pulled the last number, so everybody's wanting to be last. I know for what reason. I love it, you know. So, are you ready for last?
And this is the first time the competition will be hosted.
And hopefully that the last shall be first.
Well, I'm very happy with my numbers, to be honest with you. Pulled number 9 in Sweet Soca and number 3 in Party Monarch. I think they're 2 very good positions. And I'm going to go out there and give it my best.
This one for those in the north. Barbadians attending the 2015 Crop Over Speightstown Market and Pan Around the Town event to be held in Speightstown tomorrow should expect some temporary traffic changes. Police say to facilitate that event between 9 and 2 in the afternoon, Queen Street from its junction with Major Walk to its junction with Mango Lane Road will be closed to all vehicular traffic. In addition, Church Street from its junction with Speightstown Bypass Road to Eddie's Supermarket will be a 2-way street. Lawmen also say that no vehicles will be allowed to remain stationary along Church Street, Queen Street, Chapel Street, Goodings Alley, Mango Lane, Major Walk Road, Sand Street, and the Speightstown Bypass Road, except for the purpose of picking up or setting down passengers. Patrons will be permitted to park at the Mahaika playing field, the Alexandra School playing field, and the BTI car park. President of the Healthy Caribbean Coalition, Professor Trevor Hassel, wants to see more private sector promotion of healthy living. He says creating health programs in the workforce is a start.
The private sector has several roles to play in that response. So, for example, important to the private sector's contribution to the effort is worksite health or worksite wellness programs. Also, private sector has an opportunity to make use of its unique characteristics and traits to contribute to the effort, particularly in contributing to create an enabling environment for people to live healthier lives.
Well, Sir Trevor was speaking at the Sagicor Life head office, where that organization extended its Memorandum of Understanding with the Healthy Caribbean Coalition for 3 more years. Sir Trevor says Sagicor has made a tremendous contribution to fighting chronic diseases nationally and also regionally. Chief Operating Officer and General Manager of Sagicor Life, Edward Clark, said maintaining good health is critical.
Our health is not an issue to be taken lightly. An epidemic such as the high rate of NCDs in the region can have far-reaching effects, which can negatively impact our population, certainly impacts our workforce, and obviously impacts the productivity of our companies and ultimately the economy of our countries.
Still to come, the UN is being asked to deal with the border dispute between Guyana and Venezuela.
It's there for the world's greatest soca event, the Flow Soca